and welcome to WellFit Wisdom, the podcast for those looking for practical advice on improving their overall well-being, with a specific focus on physical fitness and complementary topics. I'm Eric Rothstein. In this podcast, I'll bring my learnings, experiences, and exploration from my own 25-plus year fitness journey, and from helping others achieve their wellness goals at my fitness studio in the suburbs of Philadelphia. So let's get started. In this special episode of WellFit Wisdom, I had the chance to interview Cassandra Lowenstein, a member of my fitness studio, Spenga, in Springhouse, Pennsylvania. Cass is on her own fitness and wellness journey and is seeing truly impressive results. So I wanted to share her story with this audience. All right, Cass, well, thanks very much for being here today. I'd love for you just to start by telling us a little bit about yourself from a fitness perspective.
Awesome. Thanks, Eric. So, as far as my background and my journey into fitness, I've been overweight most of my life, right? All of my life, probably since I was 5. So it's not like it was something that I was fit and then was not fit. I think there was probably 2 times in my life that I lost like large weight loss, but it was not a healthy way. So I probably lost like 80 plus pounds, but it was just like not eating very well, starving myself. So of course it came right back on over time. So I think this time I had a large weight loss again, but it was different. Like I'm actually, eating well, focusing on fitness, and I feel great. I remember last time when I had my larger weight losses, it felt different. I just felt weak all the time. I had no energy. I was not eating a lot of fat, so my hair was falling out. Like my nails were brittle. It was really bad. And this time was different. I feel so healthy and strong, and I have so much energy, and it's really awesome.
That's great, Cass. Thanks very much for sharing that. So what prompted you to start on this journey? Was there a specific trigger?
Oh, yeah, there actually was. So I had transitioned to a new job, and it was, I worked in pharma all of my career, and I had transitioned into a startup situation, which was really awesome, but it was a lot more stress, and I was not handling it very well. So I was handling it by overeating. I was drinking a lot of alcohol in the evening, which was obviously not great. And we were doing a press release, and we had to do like a photo outside of our building. And I saw my picture of myself in that photo, and I'm like, oh my God, like I didn't even recognize myself. I was like, this person, was, I looked huge, obviously, and I just looked tired and stressed out. And I was like, I need to do something different because I can't keep going down this path.
So when you saw the picture and you decided it was time to do something, did you set a specific vision for yourself for what it was you wanted to accomplish?
So, as far as vision for trying to embarking on my wellness journey, I think at first I wanted to focus on nutrition because that was a major component that I think was contributing to that oh no moment when I saw myself in that photo. So, just focusing on that and gaining momentum initially for the first month or 2. And then after that, realizing I had to incorporate fitness in there because obviously super important. So I have been wanting to join Spenga for quite some time because I think encompasses all the important things for fitness that you need, right? And it worked for me because you, in 1 hour span, get to do cardio, strength, and mobility training all in one shot. So it keeps things fresh and it keeps you engaged while you're trying to do a fitness routine, right? So that's really kind of what spurred everything, and I just kept focusing on both, and it just kept gaining momentum over time.
So when you set out on this journey, did you set specific goals for yourself?
So of course. So I think, focusing first on the weight loss component, I think I didn't want to look too far ahead, right? Because then it's like, I'm never going to get there. This goal is way too far away. Why should I even try, right? So for me, what worked for me personally was these small, like incremental goals, right? Like these little 10-pound goals, like, okay, like this is the weight range I'm in now. So my first, now I'm just going to focus on getting out of this weight range into the next weight weight range. And then like I would do that and I would have a little, celebration that, yay, I did it. This is great. And it's like you accomplished something and it's like, well, I just did that, so I can do that again. I already lost 10 pounds. I can lose another 10 pounds. That was no big deal. And then like as I did it, then it just kept adding up. Like I lost, 20 pounds and then I lost 40 pounds and now like it already snowballed. Like I almost lost 90 pounds. So, it's pretty awesome. And then, from there for the fitness part, I think, when I started coming to Spenga, it was like, I'll come like once or twice a week to start, and then I would come and do that. And I'm like, well, I'm doing that and it makes me feel great. So why not come 3 days a week? And now I'm up to the point where I'm coming like 4 or 5 times a week. And like my body's actually craving it. So if I don't come, I don't feel good. Like I don't feel as good as when I'm actually here and doing the workout. So.
Great, Cass. Thanks very much for sharing that. So tell us what you have accomplished so far and tell us what you still think you want to accomplish.
So, so far, like I said, I've lost 90 pounds. I come to the gym 5 times a week. I feel amazing. My stress level is gone. I feel so strong. I'm able to keep up with my kids, which is something I hadn't been able to do for quite some time, and that was upsetting me. Initially, I think the example that I'm setting with, the nutrition and the fitness, it also rubs off on my kids. They notice. So they're asking me like, Mommy, like I'm eating healthy too. Like, look at me, eating this. Or they'll go be out in the yard and say like, show me some of the stuff that you did in your yoga class. So we're doing yoga outside or things like that. So it's like really, I think it's like these, of course, losing weight and working out, but I think that kind of spilled out into other aspects of my life too. So yeah. So as far as like things that keep going, I think I still have a little bit more weight I'd like to lose. I feel like I'm not focusing on like an actual number too much. I'm just trying to focus on nutrition, maybe, eating in a caloric deficit a little bit so that I'm still losing weight. And then I feel like my body will just kind of equilibrate, right? It'll reach that weight that it just feels like it's it wants to be. So
Cass, I want to talk a little bit about the support system you have, assuming that something like you've been going through is not easy to do by yourself. So tell us a little bit about the support system you have in place.
For sure. So, I think doing something like this, it is a huge deal and it's not easy to do and you can't do it by yourself. You absolutely need a support system, right? So I have my family, which I'm very fortunate for. My husband and my kids are a huge support and my biggest cheerleaders. So I could not have accomplished any of this without them. And my friends, of course, they're always supportive. I have a good group of friends that have been cheering me on through this whole process. And then, like I said, I can't say enough good things about joining Spenga. I mean, I found my people, my crew, right? It's my 5:30 a.m. crew that I see, like I said, 4 to 5 times a week. They're looking out for me. They say hi. They come up to me and say, "You look great." I see how strong you're getting. And cheering. We're cheering each other on when we're on the spin bike, and it's getting. It's a tough workout, and where everyone's like, you can do it. So, I think that's probably the most important part of if you're trying to embark on any type of wellness journey. Like, try to find people to cheer you on and be happy for you. Especially you're going to need it when it gets tough.
You mentioned earlier some of the celebrations of hitting specific milestones. So could you give us a little bit more idea of what you've done to celebrate as you've hit specific milestones?
Sure. I think, I'm trying to look back. I think, you reach these little goals and they kind of snowball into these larger goals that you've met, right? So I think probably focusing on wellness in and of itself, it kind of went into other aspects of my life. So it's like you lose this weight and you're getting fit and you feel awesome. So like now I think to celebrate that, like I'm trying to take care of my body, as a whole. Like I do things for myself that make me happy. I go get my nails done, or like there's nothing better than going and buying a new, like new clothes at the store and they're way smaller than what you had started out in, and like you try some clothes on thinking that, oh, I'll go down a size, and you went down 2 sizes and you're like, this is awesome. So, and you're like doing a happy dance in the dressing room. So I think just little things like that, or like I'll be like, hey, I lost another, 20 pounds. So like, I'm going to go to the spa and have and treat myself a little bit. So yeah, just like little things like that. It doesn't have to be that big, you could just, sometimes to celebrate, I just say, hey, I mentioned to my husband, hey, I lost another 5 pounds. And he's like, that's awesome. And like, we're high-fiving. So, just little stuff like that.
What a great story, Cass. You hit on all the elements of a successful wellness journey. You knew your why. You knew why you wanted and needed to make the changes. You had a vision. You made incremental changes, achieved them, and used your successes to build confidence and momentum. You made sure to have a good support system in place with your family, friends, and Spenga workout family. And you found ways to celebrate your accomplishments along the way. Congratulations on what you've accomplished. You have a lot to be proud of. Best of luck as you continue your wellness journey, building a well-fit life. Thanks for joining WellFit Wisdom today. Remember, the 5 pillars of wellness include the 3 pillars of fitness: cardiovascular conditioning, strength training, and flexibility, and then add a pillar for proper nutrition and hydration, and a pillar for sleep and stress management. That's the key to building a well-fit life. See you next time.